Ladies and gentlemen, we have a yo-yo review to do today. This is the Titanium Banshee from G Squared Yo-Yos. So, Titanium Banshee. Did you guys know this existed? There's a couple testers, and this is one. Actually, this does belong to me. This has to go. Danny got this. Don't ask how. Danny has every titanium ever. I love that sound. Listen to that. Ping! And he somehow convinced Jake to sell him this after East Coast Masters. Jake wasn't even there. And so Danny paid money for this, and he said that I could review it, and Jake got Jake's blessing beforehand. So, thank you, Jake. Thank you, Danny. This is the Titanium Banshee. Titanium Banshee does a lot of things that the 2018 Banshee does. It's a very similar shape, as you can see. Basically the same. Little double cut in there kind of as well. The cups are similar, not exact, but similar. Titanium Banshee is lighter. You can just feel it holding it in your hand. I think this, Danny weighed it, he said somewhere around 63 grams and some change. Here it is next to the OG Banshee as well. Yes, I have an OG Banshee and a 2018 Banshee. And now I'm holding them next to a Titanium Banshee. A lot of cool yo-yos in my collection. A lot of cool yo-yos at my house. Same size, same shape. You know, just titanium and, you know, thinned out and designed to maximize the metal, which is, of course, what G Squared goes with their titanium yo-yos. I gotta say, this is phenomenal. It's better than this. It is better than the 2018 Banshee. This is really, 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 really good. Not that should shock anybody or should be a surprise, but it makes sense. When you throw it, you're like, oh, and you'll see that when we throw it around a little bit. But this really, really is a magnificent yo-yo. Let's stop blah-blahing about it, though. Let's go ahead and throw it around a little bit. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right. Titanium Banshee. I don't know how Jake got this one this smooth. Usually raw yo-yos don't feel so smooth. It's like it's not spinning. But it is. Eternally. It's got all the Banshee magic with all the titanium magic. It's just so good. I don't particularly like the feel of raw metal or raw titanium. This actually feels pretty good. It's brushed, like it's a little bit brushed, and you kind of get that. Like it's not like shiny polished. That kind of can feel weird. It grinds okay with the like little bit of brushedness that you kind of feel there, and it makes that titanium ping sound, which is of course, you know, what you pay for when you get a titanium yo-yo. That ping. Response is magnificent. It really just responds very well. Plays on the string beautifully. It just comes off the string like a... Gosh. I mean, this is just a really premium, really good yo-yo. And there's just no stopping its spin time. It just goes forever. Grinds are okay on the titanium. Nothing out of this world. Thumb grinds, very doable. There's a nice lip in there that you can get. I don't like the feel of raw metal on my finger, on my thumb, but this actually wasn't that bad. Finger spins are doable. Again, on raw titanium, it's a little tougher. But you get it on your fingernail a little bit, you're going to be okay. Response is great. Play is great. I mean, there's just, you got to experience it. It's so hard to describe. It's like It's kind of like the OG Banshee, but with the power and stability of the 2018 Banshee. So, you know, plus you kind of get that little bit of titanium. It's almost hollow, but it's like extra light feeling. Titaniums can be so cool. It just really can. It's really light. It's really like, the yo-yos are usually really light. They're just really kind of, they move quickly. They're really stable. It's like a bimetal that doesn't have that sort of dense, stiff feeling. Kind of almost get like a light space floaty feeling, but not floaty in the sense of like an organic yo-yo, but like, I don't know, like it's made of some sort of like spaceship material or something. And this may be the best example I've ever played. I think like this and the Citizen, the One Drop Citizen, probably the two nicest feeling titanium yo-yos I've ever touched. That's just good. That's just good. That's a good yo-yo. Let's go ahead, I'll stick it on the desk, we'll take it apart. Yes, I'm going to take a titanium Banshee apart. We'll show you the inside. And we're back with the titanium Banshee. Let's take it apart. Sorry, Danny. Although you don't care. You shouldn't care. Alright. So, comes apart beautifully. As you can see, your standard G-squared centering bearing. Spins good. I think Danny lubed this or something, but it spins good. Stainless steel axle. Very similar to the regular Banshees. Get that little swoop in the middle there to kind of reduce string drag. And then you got the cuts, the aesthetic cuts there. That's just like the... How does this one have it? Yeah, no. Kind of more like the 2018 Banshee, but different than both. I mean, but there's the cuts there. The rim is very similar to the OG. It's smaller than the 2018. It's a little smaller, I think, than the OG Banshee too, but it's kind of on that size shape. This sort of, I would say, kind of plays, like I said, sort of somewhere in between, but while also being titanium, with all of the magic of both. So really just better. And I know that's kind of what Jake's always going for. It's like, well, this one was good, but now it's better, and now it's even better still. So, yeah, even better still. As you can see, it kind of rounds over just ever so well, and yeah, really just kind of just get it. It's a Banshee, but it's titanium, and it has all of that magic. It's magic. You're a wizard, I think, Jake. But the Banshee's always been my favorite G-squared, so the fact that it's now in a titanium version, or will be soon, in a titanium version, is really just out of this world. So I believe there will be pre-orders for the titanium Banshee. So it's not going to be a first come first serve kind of thing. It's going to be a, do you want to drop, I think, $250 or $300, whatever it ends up being. I think the last one was $250 or $275, something like that. Anyway, do you want to drop a few $100 on a yo-yo? You can definitely get it. I would say that this is worth every penny of whatever it ends up costing. Titanium is much more expensive to produce, much more expensive to machine, much more expensive to get just in general. So generally, if you can get one $300 or less, that's a pretty good price for a titanium yo-yo, especially something that will be as sought after as a titanium Banshee. I think this is a lot better, in my humble opinion, than the Titanium Hawk that came out last year. This really is just a really, really good yo-yo. Like the Banshee, clearly, like I've got both iterations of it. I clearly really, really like the Banshee, but the Titanium Banshee really is just, oh my god, it's just a step up. It really is. And it's worth it. I'm telling you, there's not a lot of yo-yos that I would say, yeah, go spend $250, $300 on it. Yeah. If you like G-squared, if you like the original Banshee, man, you're gonna love this. And it's really, really good. It's really, really good. When can you pre-order this? That's probably the next question. I don't know. You're going to have to ask Jake. I don't think it's been announced yet. I know the G2 Nation Facebook page has been talking about it. He's been talking about it there, as well as on his vlogs and Instagram as well. So you're going to want to keep an eye out to all of the G Squared stuff. I've got links in the description of this video for you to check it out. But let's do pros and cons. Pros, it's a Banshee. One of my every year that a Banshee comes out, it's generally one of my favorite yo-yos of the year and one of the best yo-yos of the year, period. Titanium, amazing. I mean, basically everything that is a pro about it just feels good on the string. I'm not going to geek over it. It's great. It plays great. It feels great. It's just great. Cons, cost is high. You got to kind of be all in. It's like going to be close to $300, $250 plus. Worth it? Yeah. Do you need a $300 yo-yo? Maybe not. But if you want one, I'd suggest getting one. Raw isn't always my thing. I don't really like the way raw metal feels. This one's not bad. The Titanium Hawk wasn't bad either, but some of them kind of feel like gross. This does not, but it's not. Still, raw metal's not my favorite. Really, no. I mean, cons are like, they're just sort of like, this is what you get with a raw titanium yo-yo. I mean, it is a raw titanium yo-yo, but it's just so good. It's such a good use of titanium. I'm so glad that Jake did it. I'm so glad that I'm holding one in my hand right now. Danny, I promise I'll give this back to you in perfect working order, but I'm going to play with it this week. I'll give back to you next week, I promise. That's going to do it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.